Okay. Alright, so we're live here. So, what did I pick up a few days ago? The Brook Wingman converter for the Xbox. Now, why did I buy this? Because I wanted to use an Xbox Series or Xbox One controller on my Xbox 360. Because as you guys know, once 360 controllers break, it's pretty much over. And you have to go out and buy third-party controllers because, forget it. You can buy a used one, but it's used and you don't know how long it's going to last. So, an adapter like this I've been waiting for. Apparently, it just went up on Amazon, but it's been out for about 9-10 months on other websites. I didn't know that. I was always checking Amazon, and finally it popped up, and I was like, I'm buying it. Cost me $45 off Amazon. So, here we go. We're going to test this. Now, I've already tested some of this stuff at home, and I was going to make a video a few days ago, and I talked to Frank, and Frank was like, hey, you should just make a video. So here I am. I was going to record this, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to go live. So I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to edit crazy stuff. And we'll test all these controllers right here. So we have a PS5 controller, PS4 controller, PS3 controller, Xbox One controller, Xbox Series controller, an 8-bit SNES SN30 Pro, or whatever the hell it's called. We have a third-party Xbox One controller. We have a third-party Xbox 360 controller. And we have the Retro Bit Tribute 64 wireless controller with the adapter. So, we're going to try all this stuff out and see what works and what doesn't work. So why don't we start with the Xbox. Let's start with the Xbox One. I'm sorry, the Xbox Series. So here's the adapter. Comes in here. Gonna take this out, and here it is. It's a little dongle. Now there are switches on both sides, and to sync you have to hold both of them down if you want to sync one of these wireless controllers. Then it has USB. Some controllers do require USB. Unfortunately, the Xbox Series controller does require USB when you want to use it on an Xbox 360. I tried my Xbox Elite V2 controller. Syncs wireless, no problem. They must have used a different Bluetooth module in here. I don't know, maybe not. I updated to the current firmware when I got this the other day. So I'm updated. Maybe there'll be an update for this controller at some point to use it wireless. I don't know. But we're here to try all the rest. So let's do it. So let's plug this into the... Should we do Xbox Series or should we do... we'll do Series. Okay. I'll plug this in right here. Now it's lit up. That means it's on. Why don't we try the Xbox 360 wired controller? Now, this is a third-party controller I got off Amazon called Voy, and it feels perfect. Like, it doesn't feel bootleg or anything at all. So, we're gonna plug this in. Make sure. Okay, it's plugged in, and it's working. I hit the home button. Let's hit start, or B to go back. Alright, let me try Resident Evil 3 again. Now, I did try this and it worked at home. I tried Resident Evil 2, now I'm trying 3. Story, continue, right where we left off here. and it's working. I'm running around. I'm going to skip this cutscene. Let's go where there's some light so I can show you the buttons working. I guess this button does nothing. You got aim, you got fire, you got your inventory, you got back. You got your D-pad. So yeah, you got your cheese button, you got your hamburger button. And there you go. I mean, you can use an Xbox. Now this is a third-party 360 controller, and it still works. I do have a first-party controller, but here's the deal with that. You need the wireless dongle if you want it wireless. If you want to use an Xbox, a legitimate Xbox 360 wireless controller for the Xbox Series X or S. You can use it, but you need the Windows wireless dongle, which unfortunately I had about 10 of those and I threw them all away. So I can't show you that right now. Maybe I can get a hold of one and then I could do a test with that. But yes, if you have a wired 360 controller, it's going to work with this adapter. No problems. You see me playing right here. Now, if you have the USB charge and play kit for the Xbox 360, and you try to plug that USB in while it's connected to the controller, it will not work. I tried that with the official controller, with the official play and charge kit. It will not work. So that's out. So you would need a legitimate wired controller, or you need the Microsoft wireless dongle, which it does support. Like I said, I just don't have one on me right now. If I could find one, or if I could pick one up, right there, it shows everything right here, what it supports and what it supports on. This actually works with a Switch Pro controller, which I do not have here right now, but I'll show you everything that I have. So this works. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pause this. We're going to unplug this. Okay. So that's done. That's out. Now, why don't we try this N64 controller, just for the hell of it. It comes with this dongle for PC. Plug it in right here. I've never tested this before, so we're going to be testing this together. Let me, huh? Wow, it works. You can use a Tribute 64 with your Xbox Series X. Wow. The only thing is you can't run because you can't click this in. But, wow, okay. Everything works there. What do these buttons do? That's inventory. C down. Okay, so you can use a Tribute 64. You just can't turn around. And there's your home button right here. And that's your options button, or what? Yeah, that's your options button. Wow. Okay, so you can use this on the, that's crazy. This is the first time I've ever tried this one. But, unfortunately, you can't go too far with this. So, Frank, there you go. That's a weird one. I'll pause that. So that does work. Okay, so this is done. We've tested this so far. This is the actual controller. We don't need that right now. We're going to use that for later. Now this, I'm assuming I have to plug it in wired and then unplug the wired. So let's try PlayStation 3. Of course, all these wires are tangled up when they're not supposed to be. That's live video, folks. Alright, so we're going to plug in an official PlayStation 3 USB cable. We're going to plug it into the PlayStation 3 controller. And it's got some crazy shit going on here. And we are wireless. So we plugged it in, and I guess it's synced with the adapter. And we are wireless now. Using a PlayStation 3 controller on an Xbox Series X. I mean, hey, if you want to be a nut, like, you can do this now. That's your Xbox button. Isn't that crazy? Everything works. Well, there you go. So it works wireless. No problem. Here's the, just show you I'm not messing around here. I don't feel any input lag. I mean, I'm right next to it, so whatever. I'm going to plug this in now. I think the minute that you plug it in, it really doesn't do anything because it automatically just syncs. This adapter was only $45, everybody. I mean, this is really cool. And you can remap the buttons, but I'm not doing all that. I think that's a little crazy. So again, it's wireless when you're ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this. That's done. We'll have to, some of these we have to come back to on the 360 and test those out. Now, I know PlayStation 5 works, but let's just do it just for the hell of it, right? So we're going to hold these two buttons here on the side so they blink. They're rapidly blinking. You're going to hold down the options button or a share button and the home button on PlayStation 5. And it's going to start syncing up with the Bluetooth. I believe the latest firmware update for this supports wireless DualSense 5, so there you go. And we're playing wireless PlayStation 5 controller on an Xbox Series X. Everything works. I mean, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to turn this controller off. It's going to hold the button down. I think it's 15 seconds. and it's off. Next controller. And again, we're going to come back around and do it on a 360 in a few minutes. We have, I got a skin over this. This is a DualShock version 2. DualShock 4 V2. Again, hold down the share button. Hold down the PlayStation button until it blinks. I don't know if it's just not charged enough. Might have to charge this controller. Or find one that's charged. Oh no, we're good. Are we good? It died out. I had to charge this remote, but it did work. It did work wireless. We could try it wired as well. I really can't move right now, so I'll have to try that in a little bit. Well, it did connect. It's just this is out of juice. So that was my fault. I had it on the cradle. The charging cradle, and I guess the charging cradle was not charging it for some reason. But there you go. Okay. So we only have one remote left, really, and that's this sucker. And it works, and I played Modern Warfare with this. Not Modern Warfare, Cold War. It did pretty good. And this has rumble support. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to press start on here. I'm going to hold this button down here. I'm going to hold these two until they blink rapidly. Then I'm going to let go. And I'm just going to hit the buttons. And it catches. And we're playing an Xbox Series X game with the Super Nintendo 8-bit controller. Everything works. Again, I told you I played Cold War with this the other day. And it's like, man, you want to play futurist games in the future with this old controller? This old feeling controller. I mean, this is like perfect. This is really, really perfect. Isn't that crazy? I believe it works with all 8-bit controllers, 8-bit 8-bit whatever the hell you want to call it. I believe it works with them all. I've tested the ones with, I have the Super Nintendo one with the handles. It works with that one as well. So I'm assuming it works with them all. Also, the Sega Genesis Classic controllers, the mini controllers, apparently if you plug them in here, they will work. But again, you got 3 buttons and no analog sticks. So, unless you're playing like retro games from a compilation, like the Sega Genesis collection for the Xbox, I guess that'll work fine. But yeah. Oh yeah, and your Xbox button is right here. That's it. Well, there you go. So there's Xbox Series X with this adapter and these controls. So let's move on to Xbox 360. I'm just going to hit the switcher. We should be on Modern Warfare. And we're on Modern Warfare. I'm going to unplug this. And again, wonder if this is still synced. It is not. So why don't we hold this button down and reset the sync. Okay, we'll hold these two down, and here we go. We're gonna pair it, and there we go. Playing Xbox 360 with an 8-bit controller. I want to go to multiplayer. Let's go to system link, create game. Since we're offline, I want unlimited time because we're going to mess with this for a little bit. I don't know. We want like a colorful map, I guess. I mean, that's pretty much... You can run, you can aim the sights, you can shoot. You got that. Switch your gun, you could crouch, you could jump. You could throw your grenades, flashbangs, whatever the hell. And it's got rumble. Your home button. I mean, this is incredible. It really is. Okay, so we want to desync this controller. I'm going to reset the sync. Let's move on to Xbox One. This controller, the battery's dead. Oh, it's a battery pack. Of course it's dead. Let's try... I'm going to take the batteries out of here. Okay. So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to hold the sync buttons down on the adapter. And we're going to hold the sync button down on the Xbox controller. Let's give it a minute. You are using an Xbox One controller on the Xbox 360. Wireless. Again, I'm not feeling lag. You're getting rumble every time you fire your weapon. I mean, again, all the buttons work. I mean, there you go. On the Xbox 360. I mean, that's it. So again, if you were looking to use your Xbox 360 or your controller's broken or you can't find a controller for 45 bucks, I mean, I think this is already worth the price. And again, I'm not being sponsored or anything. I bought this. I was going to do a video, and then I was like, nah, maybe I won't. And then I talked to Frank, and he's like, you should make the video. So, there you go. I mean, you got your replacement. I don't know why Microsoft didn't patch in support for this controller. Like, from the last update. But whatever, they didn't, but this thing does, and that's good. So, alright, let's move on. Let's turn this controller off. Again, you gotta... No, I'm not turning the console off. I'm just gonna take the batteries out. This is, I call this the Lara Croft controller. It's kind of like the Tomb Raider colors. So, I know the Series X and S controllers don't work wireless, but they do work wired. But let's just try it for the hell of it, right? So we're going to hold sync down on the adapter here. It's flashing. We're going to turn this on, and we're going to hold the sync button down. And I think it keeps connecting to this. Yeah, this just won't be detected by the adapter. Even if that's off, it's still not going to detect it. And it's not on the list back here for wireless, but it is on the list for wired. So we have a wired. We have a wire actually right here. This is a Nintendo USB-C controller cable. We're gonna plug this in. We're gonna plug this sucker in right here, and you can use it wired. So if you want to use a series controller on the Xbox 360 with Rumble, everything's the same. I don't have grenades or flashbangs, so I can't show you that. You can use it wired. So, you know, you still have options here. With Rumble, it's got Rumble. Okay, next. We have a wired Xbox One controller, third party. Actually, this is a Amazon controller or something. Amazon by who? Power A. So Power A made these for Amazon, and Power A, they also sold these as well with their name on it. So it's wired. Normally it does not work on the 360. They did make 360 versions of this, but this is an Xbox One version. And it does not work on the 360. So, why don't we plug it in? There's another controller we don't need anymore. Actually, I'm running out of space over here. So we tried these. We still have the PlayStations to try. So let's try this one as well. This is wired. These we used to use for birthday parties with the Xbox One X. But now we don't have those anymore, so there you go. These were wrapped up and just sitting in the closet. And it works. And Rumble works. I'm screwed. I have no bullets left. Can I end the game and go back? I mean, again, I think this adapter alone is worth the money. If you're looking for options. We're going to create a game. We're just going to start the match. Because I just need to test the remote. It's got Rumble. Everything's good. Again, I'm blown away by this adapter, and some of these controllers I didn't test until now, like this one. I didn't know if this was going to work or not, this controller, but it worked. I'm going to unplug this. So we've tested this one as well. It goes in the pile here. Let's try that N64 controller. Tribute 64. We'll plug the adapter in here. The wireless dongle for this. And it's working. Although I don't have another stick and I can't click into this stick. It's got rumble. This is to run. Okay, I guess we could run. That's the duck. This is to jump. That's start. That's the Xbox home button. There's your back button. So yeah, and again it has rumble. Okay, so we've tried that. Let's disconnect this. PlayStation 3. No shocker, this will work. Again, in order to use this wireless, you need to plug it directly into the adapter, wired. You're going to see here. Oh, okay, it's already synced up. And we can unplug this. And there it is. Wireless. Now there's no rumble here because this is a 6-axis. This is not a DualShock 3. So if I had a DualShock 3, the rumble would work. But there you go. This start button's a little stuck. It's an old controller. Someone traded this in, so. I mean, everything works. So I'm gonna unplug this. So that's done. It's still connected. I'll unplug the adapter. That should unplug. That should desync this. And there you go. Turn it off. Perfect. PlayStation 5 controller. Zombie, how you doing, man? Zombie is in the live chat right now. So again, we're going to hold down the share button. Then we're going to hold down the PlayStation button. Now it's looking for Bluetooth. Now we're going to hold down these two buttons over here. And once it catches, it's going to catch. If anybody's watching this on the archive, we are live right now. So there's people in the chat room. And this works with Rumble. You can use your PlayStation 5 controller, your DualSense controller on the Xbox 360 with this adapter. Again, everything works. I don't feel any lag. I've tried this on my TV as well at home. I didn't feel any lag at all. I know apparently before the update there might have been lag or something. I don't know. I was reading reviews on Amazon and I know apparently before the update DualSense controllers did not work well. And did we cut out, did the video cut out here? Hang on a minute. Hang on, guys. deactivate the camera for a second. Here we go. Okay, we're back. Logitech, seriously, I bought your Brio camera. I bought like 10 of them. You go fuck yourself. Anyway, everything does work here. Let me restart the match. So this touchpad also acts like the share button over here, which is the back button on the 360. And there's your home is the PlayStation button. You can screw around in the home here. We're going to end the game and then go back in. And again, I have a PlayStation 4 controller here, but it's not charged, even though I did charge it. I guess the charging cradle is a piece of shit. It's an Energizer one, and it's always worked, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, and the camera froze again. Hang on, everybody. I apologize.
Let's do this, Marines.
Technical difficulties. Okay, we're back. I'm getting a new camera. I'm getting a new camera. I'm selling these old ones. I'm getting new ones. These things keep freezing up, and it's annoying and driving me crazy. Now, I don't know if Rumble was working. Rumble doesn't seem to be working right now on here. Why don't we resync the controller? I'm going to unplug this. I'll plug it back in here. I'm going to hold these down. I'm going to hold the share and the PlayStation button. We're going to resync. Now it's working. Now we're getting Rumble. Gonna hit the button, boom. So yeah, I mean, you can buy PlayStation 5 controllers and use them on your 360 if you want. If you can't find your 360 controllers, or they break, or they're just not comfortable for you, you can do that now. You can use these. You can use Xbox One controllers. You can use Series controllers as long as they're wired. You can use the 8-bit though. I mean, it's crazy how many options this little adapter gives you. You know, I have a bag of PS4 controllers. I could see if maybe one of them has juice. Hang on, let's see here. Excuse me. We haven't used these remotes in about a year, so. Who's got juice? None of them have juice. Alright, let me get a cable. There's a cable right here. Okay. like that, right? Alright, so here's PlayStation 4. Wired. It's working fine. I'm not getting rumble. I don't know if it's because it needs to be charged a little bit before I can do that. I have no idea. But we are wired right now with the DualShock 4. Let's restart this match. This is an official DualShock. I just have a skin over it. Again, we use this for birthday parties. So when people dropped them, they didn't scratch or anything. Great game. Just start the match. This does work wireless. It just, I don't have any charge controllers right now, unfortunately. We did sync it, but it cut out because there was like no battery.
Let's do this, Marine.
Yeah, the DualSense controller is so much better. But yeah, I mean, PlayStation button's your Xbox button. I mean, it's crazy. You know, my buddy Ludwin, he would have killed for this adapter back in the day. He bought a PlayStation 3, and he was big into Black Ops, the first one. He had an Xbox, but it broke, so he tried the PlayStation 3. But because of the way this controller is, he just couldn't get used to it. He even bought like a third-party controller that was shaped like a 360 controller. It was a PS3 controller, but it was like shaped like a 360. Like it had this over here and all that. He used that for a little bit, and then it was like rubbery. The rubber peeled off and everything. It came off, and he was like, "I'm going back to Xbox. Fuck this." But, and they do have adapters, so you can use Xbox controllers on PlayStation 4 and all that shit. They like this company does make adapters for Switch and PlayStation. So you can do that. I just don't have those adapters on me right now. But had these adapters been out 10 years ago, my buddy would have bought like 10 of these things. And he would have kept his PlayStation and things would have been good, I guess. But he had to go back to Xbox because he couldn't handle this controller with Call of Duty. And he doesn't play anything but Call of Duty, so he just figured to get the PlayStation because his Xbox broke. He thought maybe the PlayStation would be more reliable. So. Do they make similar adapters? Yes, yes they do. For Zombie in the chat. They make these for Switch and PlayStation. You can also use arcade sticks. I have a wireless Xbox 360 arcade stick in the other room, but I don't think that's going to work. Unless you have this wireless adapter, which I'm going to have to look for. And we can test that on here as well. Again, with that wireless adapter, you can use Xbox 360 controllers on the Series consoles and Xbox One. Which is crazy, right? For people that always bitch about, oh, I don't like the Xbox One controller. Well, with that adapter, you can use Xbox 360. I don't even know if this is charging. Nah, this thing's like, it's got the red light over here. Oh no, is it on? No. Nah, this thing needs to be charged like legit. Plug it in again. I have other ones here, but they're not charged. Yeah, I'm not getting rumble out of this. Wired. But I don't. Again, I don't know if it's because it needs to be charged up. Because this cable is not charging it while I'm using it. It's just outputting the damn the deal. And again, you can remap the buttons. I don't really know how to do that, and I really don't want to do that. But if you guys want to do that and customize it, apparently you can. You have to download the PDF. They give you a QR code for the user guide and the firmware update. You literally just scan this portion of the box with your phone, and you can download the PDFs and the firmware tools, and you're good to go. It comes with these little stickers if anybody cares. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. As far as for what I have today, I don't think I have any other controllers to show. We pretty much ran through everything that I have here. And obviously this is going to work. It's just a third-party 360 controller. You plug it in regularly without the adapter and it works fine. But you can use this on the Series X like we looked at earlier, so it's very nice. Do I have anything else I can try? Again, the name of this adapter is the Brook. Brook is the brand. It's called Wingman Converter. So it's Wingman Converter XB. So again, Amazon. This was $45 plus tax. Worth every penny. I think the PlayStation adapter is $39.99. So, I mean, there you go. Let me see if there's any other controllers I can pop out real quick and test, but I think we tested everything that I have right now. I mean, I have the Joy-Cons, but I don't know how that would even work. And I don't think they're charged either. So there you go with that one. That's just not going to work. You know, I have the Nintendo controller here. The N30 by 8-bit though. We could try it. Right? That would be... I mean, this is really going to be stupid, but why not, right? Here, let's try it wired. Nah, that's not going to work wired. Let's try wireless. Let's be stupid here. This firmware hasn't been updated in like a year. Because of the whole thing. These controllers have been locked up for a year. Oh, this does work. Look, I'm hitting select. Wow. Oh, and crouching works and jumping works. And these are the turbo buttons, so they're not going to give you any other... So he's teabagging in turbo. Oh, wow, you can shoot. Okay. Let's end the game and start it again. You can... I won't be able to move, but you can use this. Wow. So the N30 Bluetooth works. I think this controller was like outlawed, though. lot of people are offended that it's fucking Bluetooth for some reason. So they made like a 2.4 gigahertz version of this, and it's always sold out. I can't even get one. So, hey, I don't notice a difference with the Bluetooth, so whatever. I'm good. Now, we won't be able to move, but we can do stupid things like this. We can aim down the sights with these buttons back here, and we can fire. He automatically reloads, because I have no button to reload. Oh, here's your Xbox button, this home button. So stupid. I can't move, so let's do the ultra teabagging. I'm holding the turbo button down. So that means we have to try one more thing. We have to try this on the Xbox Series X. Yeah, let's shoot back over. Alright, man, come on, sync. Well, we know it's gonna sync. Here, hang on. Oh, it works. Again, we can't move. Home button is the Xbox. These buttons do nothing. Oh yeah, you can use this N30 Bluetooth to do nothing. So pretty much, I'm assuming all the 8-bit though controllers work with this adapter. I mean, they're Bluetooth. That's Bluetooth. There you go. Well, I think that might be it for the video. Because I don't think there's much more to say here. Well, tried pretty much everything. Just couldn't try the PS4 controller because I thought it was charged, but apparently it wasn't charged. So there you go. But it does work. We did sync it. I moved for a second and then it cut off because I ran out of battery. But wired it does work. Wireless it does work. I don't know. Let's do this one more time. Let's sync an Xbox One controller. Oh no, we can't because the battery. I switched the batteries out. Whatever. There you go. We've tried all these controllers. Let me see here. If I can find my mouse on the computer screen here. So, yeah. pretty much that's pretty much it. So again, this adapter is on Amazon. Not sponsored by this. I just bought this and I checked it out. And I decided to make a video. I'm gonna check that out on Amazon. Yeah, you should, man. Again, here's the back. Here's everything it covers. If I can get one of those Xbox wireless adapters, I had a ton of them and I threw them all away. Because I was like, well, I don't need them anymore because the Xbox One controllers work on PC now. What the hell do I need the 360 controller on PC for? But, yes. So if you get one of those wireless adapters and plug it in to the adapter here, the Brook adapter, if you get the Microsoft wireless receiver for the 360 and plug it into the Brook adapter, you can use 360 controllers on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series. So, I mean, there you go. Again, it's Brook Wingman Converter. They're on Amazon, 2-day shipping. Free 2-day shipping from Amazon. Why the hell not? I think it's worth the money. Just make sure when you get these to, first things first, update the firmware on it. Once the firmware is up to date, you're good to go. Don't ever take it out of the box and plug it in. Always take it out of the box and update the firmware. It takes like 2 seconds to update the firmware on this thing. And I think that might be it. I want to thank you all for watching. Everyone out there, please stay safe. And, yeah, I think that might be it for today. Well, for right now, at least. But I'll probably be back later. And, yeah, there you go. All these controllers work on these 2 consoles. Alrighty, peace out. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.